Welcome back, beautiful family, beautiful souls, beautiful stars. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight. Live from the East Coast. It is in the spirit of gratitude and appreciation for you all. I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed in this moment. May what we build here continue to nourish us all and expand us all. Now, we are going to talk about spiritual gratitude. Spiritual gratitude is the attitude to have, tapping into your magic, your willpower, intentions, and how to truly manifest. Gratitude is the most important thing because what it actually does is shifts you from lack to receiving. So when you focus on what's missing, your mind searches for more lack. So just to bring awareness, all 12 Zodiac signs, happy birthday to all Aries that are celebrating today. Raise your vibration oracles. What's the tea? A little fun, full of exposure. It is Tuesday, March 24th. Let's get started here with this beautiful live. Gratitude for each and every one of you I have in my heart. So I'm so thankful for your energy here. It's not random. Your presence is not, of course, random. You guys already know. I thank you for your openness, your curiosity, and your willingness to grow. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, and your trust with me. This sacred space here exists because of you all and our shared intentions. It is to evolve, to awaken, and to love more consciously. So I honor the journey that each and every one of you are on or is on, and the courage that it takes to seek truth. And I'm grateful that our path, of course, has crossed yet once again. The moments of gratitude. Fastest way, my beautiful family, it is to get into the receiving end, okay? To allow to receive and to be grateful for what you have today, that you have any measure of health, that you're in your right mind, that you have food, clothing, water, all the essentials, right? But it's to expand, to become more aware, and that I have love in my heart. So let's go ahead, gratitude oracles, and then I'm going to go with the raise your vibrations and what gratitude really is, actually is, and what does it do for you in this moment right now. It rewires your perception. Your brain filters reality based on focus. All right, and it trains you to see opportunities, support synchronicities. Same word, but different awareness, okay? So just to bring awareness. Here we go. Aries, happy birthday once again. May your day be full of joy, bliss, happiness, and beauty all around you. More important, love. May that be the fuel, the power that ignites everything. Your soul already remembers things, but your ego gets in the way. So just how to align, right? And how to have a healthier ego, set those boundaries, and how to engage, with the universal energy. Aries through Pisces, gratitude is the attitude to have because it relaxes you into receiving. You stop chasing and you start allowing. All right, rewires your perception once again. Remember that when you lack, when you focus on what's missing, your mind searches for more. So it's important to know. One more, Aries through Pisces. But when you feel gratitude, you signal, I already have. Your system is going to relax into receiving and you stop chasing. Recall a compliment you see and what warm your heart. Aries. So I'm going to just get straight to it, all right? Aries, let me tell you something. Compliments and criticism, they come together. When you receive a compliment, it makes you feel good, right? But then when you get criticized, what do you do? How do you react? All right? So knowing that they come together, okay? That's it. Be grateful for the compliments that you receive, and what do you do with the criticism? They go together. Some people are going to like you. They're going to compliment you. Some people are going to criticize you. That goes with the whole package, okay? So let's go ahead to Taurus. Tauruses, name a gift. Name a gift you received that holds special meaning. Okay. Gemini, think of an important person in your life. What qualities do they have that you are grateful for? You're grateful for qualities. Qualities. Gemini, the quality. Not quantity, not how much they have, but how compassionate, kind, gentle, if they have this beautiful essence of them that they you know, they operate more from being thoughtful, just get in with that. Hey, Banks. Hey, Divine Father. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to talk a lot about the magician. We're going to talk a lot about magic, the eternity of, just to understand the eternal presence, the divine presence, the heart, the cosmic fire, that fuel that ignites you. How to start with gratitude each morning, how to express as you begin your day. And then after that, you got prayers, petitions, affirmations, and you also have the intention in divine order through divine love. My heart is filled with gratitude, love, and appreciation that I already have. Think of a hobby or activity that brings you joy, and this is for Cancer. Leo, what is something about your body or health you are thankful for? Virgo, who made you smile or laugh today, Virgo? This gives me something, Virgo. There's somebody that you probably used to be around that made you laugh a lot, Virgo. If you miss that person, right? Because this is giving me like the opposite when I see something. Reach out. It's okay. Reach out. Name an opportunity you had, and this is for Libra, that you're thankful for. An opportunity. Scorpio, think about the biggest lesson you've learned this year. Sagittarius, think about a family tradition that you cherish. Capricorn, what's something you accomplished this year that you're proud of? Aquarius, name a personal quality or trait that you are proud to have. Wow, the mind. You have such an incredible mind, Aquarius. Innovation is, of course, part of you. I mean, I would just think about the Wright brothers, how they created the, right? Airplane. If it wasn't for Aquarius, the flight, the plane, innovation. So just think about, like a lot of times we don't see it because we just see a lot of artists and stuff like that. But we are much more than artists, singers, musicians, actors. Think about something like incredible. Wow. I have the quality of an Aquarian. Aquarian is innovation. And we are in the age of Aquarius. Let's go ahead to Pisces. Pisces, think of a talent or a skill you possess. How it has benefited you or others. All right. Skill, a talent, music, art. But how has, like we looking at our gift in life, whether you're an artist, teacher, caregiver, storyteller, architect, or innovator. The kind of success here is not measured by what? By trophies or wealth, but by the impact, right? Sharing our special talents. Like what does somebody say, you like your meaning in life, because it'll blow your mind, right? It stops you dead in your tracks. It's the kind of purpose, meaning, and the gift that I have, my talents, is to share that with others, to make others people happy, right? It's about success, but that success comes with what makes it really feel good inside, fulfillment. All right, so these are the gratitude energy. If anybody has a question, Divine Father, do you have a question? I'm going to talk about not only gratitude, but what does it do? What does it do? All right. This whole month before Mercury leaves the 12th house, the end of new beginnings. But then when it goes into Aries, all right, it's all about learning life firsthand and using that energy, making the bold decisions here. Okay, so it's very important so you can understand Mercury if you're trying to call in love, how you manifest. What does your heart mean? Tapping into your willpower, because of course, every one of us have a skill, and we have a purpose, of course, but to figure out what that is, and how to do it, just to believe that you can achieve it, right? Anything that you have, it all begins in the mind, but that mind comes, the heart. So understanding heart and mind coherence, You know, when you get in that state, your thought, your mind, and your emotions, they are synchronized. They're working in harmony. All right. So breakfast or dinner? Weird. All right. I'm going to ask a breakfast or dinner weird. If you have a question, come on in. Ask your questions. Don't wait. Okay. Do not wait until somebody take the initiation. If you're new here, welcome to the live. I'm going to go finish the live with Raise Your Vibrations. One of the fastest ways to raise your vibration throughout the day is to practice gratitude. All right. So infinity. All right. So blah 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 blah. Let's go ahead. Two of Cups. Somebody's looking for love. All right. Got the Two of Cups. Both initiate, both communicate, and both synchronize. Heather, will I be getting married this year? You got the two. I was shuffling the cards and somebody got the Two of Cups. It flipped right away. All right. So are you with someone? Heather, are you with somebody? Heather, let's find out. Let's step into the great, powerful, divine spirit of all there is. One more. Heather, will you get married this year? Yeah, because when I was flipping, how long you been here watching? You've been here since I started? All right. One more. Well, of course. No, some people are not with that person yet. They're just trying to manifest, calling that person in. That's why I asked you. So I'm going to talk about manifesting throughout the rest of this month and all of April. One more. Because on the 14th, Mercury will be in the first house. And that is all about using my willpower. Learning life firsthand. Channeling that energy. One more. Oh, you just came in. Okay, let's go ahead one more time for you, Heather. One more. Yes or no? One more. One more. And thank you. All right, here we go, Heather. Heather, yes. You got the Judgment card. You got the Devil. Okay, let's see what else. And you got, okay. So they want you to be honest. The cards are saying, okay, because there's some parts of you want one thing and some parts of you want something else. So they want you to be really, really, really honest when it comes to love. The Judgment is a time of reckoning. All right, normally don't use that word. Something's going to resurface here. So they want you to be carefully consider this because it's like, if you're trying to free yourself from something from the past, all right, so it's yes, no, but then with a pragmatic, deliberate attempt here when you get this Knight of Pentacles, all right? So me, like if I want freedom or do I want to be, so between freedom and, being really locked in with somebody, because there's a weak link here, all right? Who is the weak link here? The change represents the link, right? And what keeps you, in this state here. All right? Because it could be a little obsession here. So you got yes with the Judgment card. So what stabilizes your energy? All right? Because if you feel good for a moment, then you drop back into doubt. All right? So is it you or your person? Because this stabilizes your energy, okay? In a certain way. So looking at the shadow. So there's a lot of doubt here. It's like you feel really, really, really good here. Yay. And then for a moment, then you drop back into doubt here. So gratitude as the anchor for you, okay? So you could stay emotionally consistent here. Consistent is faster. One of the ways to manifest, right? I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it in that sense so you can understand the Devil's energy, all right? All right, you're not communicating. Okay. So if this is the person that you want to be in with, all right. Because there's different parts of me want different things here. Where do we move to? Right? Whether do we have children? Okay. And so you got the Eight of Wands here. And the Eight of Wands is momentum, it's opportunity here to see, because once, I don't know if you just met this person. How long ago you met this person? All right. 8 months, a year, or you've been with them 8 years, or you've been with them 20 years. How long you've been with this person? All right. She's not answering. You don't have to. Why people get scared? 2 years. Why people get scared when they see the Devil's card? All right. Why you get scared when you see this? This is just an animal. All right. You scared of them leaving? What happened here? Because this could take off. This could fly away because it has wings, right? It's a wahoo. The Baphomet symbol there. Understanding the inverted pentagram there. It's a focus. I'm focused on you, but it could become a little obsessive here. All right. Today is the Feast of Hollow Gabriel. Oh, okay. I'm not into that. What is that? You could explain it. You could explain it. You understand this energy as Gabriel? You understand the angels as Gabriel? You understand the purpose here, the cross? You understand? I want you to explain it to me. I don't know about Hollow Gabriel. Everybody listen, we have about 17,500 different cultures and ethnic backgrounds and the way they understand energy. All right, so explain to me the Feast of Hollow Gabriel. How do you resonate with that? All right. Why when people automatically see the Devil, they make it like, wow, this is your shadows, your shadow energy, your dark side, right? Your desires, they could get a little bit intense here. All right. So what are you truly deciding? Why are you marrying this person? Is it because they looks? The sex is good? Why would you get scared of he's an animal? What is the difference between this goat, all right, which is a steady kind of moral steadiness, all right, staying on top of things here, all right? You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of free time, or somebody doesn't have free time. Why when people get, well, they like when they get the strength card. You're relooping. There's a lot of things you might not be aware of. What's going on here? All right. What would you guys get when you see this? I mean, this has been tarnished. But to really understand the Devil's energy, all right, progress is needed here. Freeing yourself a little bit more, a little more time to do things. So what is the problem? What are you going through? You don't want to, okay, she doesn't want to talk. All right. You're welcome, Heather. Don't get scared when you see the Devil. That's a title, which is basically is very exaggerated anyway. It's very dramatic. Somebody could just be very dramatic, or some kind of obsessive kind of energy. But the Devil gives you time to what? It gives you time to search within. A lot of times we say, "Oh, let me pull cards to see what's." They're just showing me what's going on. You already live in it. All right. Do you want to proceed on? Do you get scared? Do you doubt yourself? Like you feel good and then you drop back. Is what it's showing me. Because I got the the judgment. All right. Are you judging yourself too harshly? There's the signs that I have there. That's erotic. Okay. The erotic charge. When we understand that fire, that chemistry, strong chemistry, why? So if you're asking yourself why, all right, are you making the right decision? Is it too early? Let me explain a little bit about the Devil's energy and what is he telling you? What is your person basically? What are you feeling here? Are you still? Is she basically still here? It shows attachments. Of course, it shows temptations, but then basically what it shows is your shadow patterns. All right, internally. All right, there's a desire here. All right, there's a behavior acting from ego, fear, or habit. So I don't know if you're saying, are they going to pick me because of habit? All right. A fear of not having, or there's somebody that looks really, really good. Somebody, like, I don't know if you're doubting that. Somebody's not, one person is really, really good looking and the other person is, average. All right. But there is a magnetic, there's a pull here. We're talking about gravity, trusting your own gravity, your gravitational pull. Why do I feel attracted to this person? All right. I don't know if you feel restricted here, but anyway, at the end of the day, are you breaking the unconscious pattern? All right, because in love, instead of clarity, you're struggling with commitment or freedom. All right. So how do you help that person? It could be you or your person. There's a strong attraction here, but also an internal conflict. All right. Something hasn't really fully integrated yet, or there could be a lot of drama. There could be a lot of intensity. All right. More than stability. But all right, that's it. We're done. All right. There could be porn, sex, drugs. Is it like the sexual pleasure here when you see that devil's card? All right. The devil's about recognizing recognition of bondage. It's a cycle, of course, addiction to fear of loss, a chance to see what binds. All right. The energy can feel magnetic and tempting, but it can also feel intense, dramatic, and almost addictive. All right. But it may lead to a long-term stability. All right. So just all you need to do is here work on the shadows. There's anger, there's jealousy. When you see it, remember this animals, we are of the earth. We like enjoy the pleasures. Sometimes it gets a little bit out of hand, but I think something's here is very self-limited as well. All right. Don't be scared when this is what the chance that we get to work on it. Wow. And begin to see gratitude when you see the devil. Let me see if it comes back out. Wait, where is he? When you see the devil's energy, right? Let me put it back out because this is you. And if anybody gets this energy, right? When you start seeing these patterns, you begin with gratitude for the parts of me that were once hidden. All right. And your shadows are going to come out. Okay. And it's going to tell you, hey, face your shadows. It's okay. So, and say for the ones that are hidden, for the shadows that are already revealed, attachments, for the illusions that show me where I was bounded. All right. And so I give thanks for every desire that taught me discernment. So this is discernment. All right. And so for every temptation that exposed my wounds, and for every chain that reminded me I always had the power to choose. Now we have balance here, recognition. And so I honor the darkness, not as evil, but as what? As an integrated truth, waiting to be seen. Thank you for showing me where I gave my power away. Thank you for revealing where fear disguised itself as love. So thank you for the awakening, my awareness through contrast. All right. May I face my shadow with courage. May I transform control into consciousness. May I remember what binds me can also free me when I'm willing to see clearly, even where I find where there's growth there, right? Even where I give thanks. I give thanks. All right. We got to become more aware. When we surround ourselves with uneducated awareness, then this is what happens. There's so much fear here. And then we doubt our truth. All right. Seeing things clearly. It's okay. I think that you're aware of it. All right. Good morning, Martha. I think that you're aware of it, but we got to be grateful for these things, right? Because we're here to become more aware. So the devil isn't bad. It's raw life. This is raw life force energy. All right. What balance here is self-awareness, boundaries, integrating the choice. The devil's unconscious is an unconscious bonding here. All right. The lovers is all about the union, but the devil's reactive attachment. The lovers are intentional connection. All right. You don't suppress it. You elevate it. All right. So understanding this energy, the strongest balancing forces. So the sun, but you got here. See, the sun shows you the clear, and then this shows you you get to choose. All right. The sun frees you through awareness and innocence, and the devil attaches secrecy here. But the sun, authenticity and transparency. All right. So once you get to this level, you become more aware. Hey, Muskan. Hey, morning, morning. All right. So when you get this energy, you see that it means that you are aware of your desire. You're aware of your attachments, your shadow of power. All right. You're not pretending. All right. You get it? You're not pretending here. You got to really understand. People get scared of the devil. It's such a dramatic name. It's just like the death card. It's very exaggerated, very dramatic. All right. So in love, you may be consciously one deep sexual connection. All right. This is a powerful bond, and this is someone who awakened my dark side. Somebody just awakens your dark side. All right. Remember, we're here to bond, but when it becomes obsessive, you work on those things. All right. All right, I'm done. I don't think people get scared when they see the devil. You should be thankful. Wow. All right, you almost at the temperance. All right, it's okay. We look at it internal paradoxes, right? One in the devil consciously how to transmute that energy. All right, let's see here. People get scared when they see that devil. I feel so bad for people. I really do. I really do. And that represents the goat, the symbol of the goat, Capricorn's energy. The element earth, all right, that's reliable, that's practical, that's sensual. They value what they can see, what they can hold. And I know for certain, they prefer not to speculate a lot, all right? Understand the cardinal energy that wants action, all right? And they correspond with the beginnings of each season. So we are heading into where we already in the equinox, okay? So you really got to understand the Capricorn and that energy there, all right? You could have Venus in Capricorn, and that's self-contained. That's responsible, and that's serious in love. That's with pleasure, of course, and money. Seeking predictability in relationships, cautious in love, initially hesitating, financial success through practicality, being strategic and patience, all right? That represents basically the practical and material side of a relationship. All right. It's more of an importance there when you see that devil card. It's not easily loose in my head in love. It's practical and deliberate. All right. On the surface, yeah, it appears, the devil appears that it's like warmth and being spontaneous, but it can be romantic. It's concerns about what others are thinking, see of my relationship. So you got to understand Venus's energy with that energy, right? It's mature, it's love, it's goal oriented. It's planning ahead in love and saving for a rainy day. It's a strong sense of duty in a partner. It's selective and reserving love. And it's also varying that with pleasures and pastimes. So you really got to understand the Capricorn energy and what does it mean. All right. It's not only one layer of it. You got to understand things as whole and try to be a little bit more open-minded. And I think once you start practicing that, you'll be like, wow. All right. Because you have the balance there, so I don't lose myself. All right. Sometimes we have to limit ourselves. There's things that are limiting you. All right. So you need to work on those things. And I think once you do that and really understand the shadow work that you need to do. All right. Identify the shadow. The first step is awareness. Ask yourself, which parts of me trigger me? Shame, fear, or anger? All right. Which behaviors do I judge in others, but I also see in myself? What patterns do I keep repeating in relationships? All right, my emotions, so you just got to really understand and observe without judgment. All right. If is this bad, should I feel guilty? Should I feel jealous? When I acknowledge it, don't repress it. All right. This is going to show you what you deeply desire. All right. So when you understand the shadow, when you work with your shadow, you befriend parts of yourself that you usually hide or deny or you reject. It's not getting rid of it. It's integrating, which is exactly what kind of thing the lovers is asking you at the same time. Make a choice, all right? Because we basically get polarized inside. Identify the shadow, whether it's jealousy, anger, sexual, you get like intense. So why do you get so intense? All right. Breathe work when you get angry, cold water when you get triggered, move your body when you start to obsess, speaking, right? You got to learn a lot of things here. All right. Because listen, one of the things that reveal your shadow is the moon, the devil, the 7, 8, and 5 of swords. All right. Any card could reveal the shadow. All right. Depending on the contrast here, the worst case identity. What are you hiding about yourself here? All right. So with that being said, morning. Anybody has a question? No? All right, let me see, because I want to move into manifestation here, and it's very important, and understand as we move into these cycles, whether you want to work with the sun. We got two, incredible cosmic energy that we could work with. All right, we got the sun, life force, prana. All right, when we understand a little bit more of the cosmic spiritual life force that cleans our lungs, heals, give us strength, and supply all our needs, we'll start seeing life different, okay? One more. So, yeah. 3 of Cups, the Justice, and, one thing about I like this. One thing about what the Justice does to trios here, it breaks them up because it says cool it. If you're trying to, right? Because you get the celebration. It's felt, it's done, and it's celebrated here. All right? Especially when it comes to your, marriage or graduation, celebrating your small wins. But the Justice cards with the 3, it cools things down so you could get the things that you came to do. All right? And how to find the keys. A lot of times our teachers, mentors, guides, right? They want us to follow the way they operate life, just choosing your own path here. All right? Believing in your capabilities, connecting to your spiritual nature. Don't believe in the idea of others. All right? Religious groups, organizations, the way to reach God. Right? It is you start creating what your dreams are telling you. You manifest cosmic connection to your heart here, right? The most important energy here with this Justice card. So really understanding just a little bit of it. But I really want to tap into the manifesting energy here. As we continue, we'll talk a little bit about Capricorn's energy, the devil, the lovers, the shadow. And yeah, it just shows you where you're jealous, when you're controlling, when you can become obsessive, when you get angry. Or those are your shadows. They will show you, and you don't see them until you react. All right, those are the ones that are hidden that you're not aware of. So when you see the devil, don't take it. Oh my God, I'm evil. No, that is far from the truth. All right, yeah, we have some things that we have to work on. All right, so when you see the 3 of Cups there, the energy right now is social and friendly. All right. This is light, community-based celebration and growing dynamics and friendship circles, social gatherings, all right, or third-party dynamics here, keeping things fun and surface level, emotional bondings and groups. It's harmony, but it's also casual harmony, all right. Hey, long time. Hope I'm doing just fine. Thank you, Tatsuli. All right, because this is a question for reflection, okay? Even in friendships, right? Because I didn't get the Tower. So a lot of times when we get the Tower, we're trying to make something real. Okay? I'm really trying to get out of the friend zone here. All right? So this is not chaotic. This is celebrating your small wins. This is things are being weighed for you, like measured here. The measure of your worth, right? It is not through the successes or, but the impact. It's not measured by my trophies or my wealth. All right. Can I please have a general reading? No, you could ask me a question. All right. So understand a little bit of the 3 of Cups. What does it says to you, and what does it does when the Judgment card appears? All right. I'm going to talk about that since that's what's showing up here. So when you see the threes, and then the Hierophant, you already know it is basically, for me, as I explain it, It is traditional, our traditional values, okay? And weighing, of course, the law of cause and effect, and how to move this energy, and how to really connect to your emotions, your heart, all right? Can you please go ahead and ask me a question, all right? Understand some of the laws that bind us. Whatever we bind here on earth must be committed. We must be committed to it, all right? We don't give up. Failure is not an option here, all right? That's what we are, the conscious of the, the first form of consciousness. It is the neutron star, all right? We have the same, our spirit has the same power as a neutron star. The mitochondria is the power source. It is the step-down capacitor to allow us to be able to seep into this physical form without what? Combustion, all right? And our mind is a direct extension of the universal mind. So we endowed with incredible spiritual power here. But when we don't recognize it, when we follow traditions that are given to us, right? Because we basically got ancient brain, all right? How to connect to the laws of rhythm. What is coming to you in love? Let's find out here. We're going to move the energy. Let me see here. We're going to go into gratitude and what it does. 3 things for you, right? Shifts your perception. You start seeing the same state. Opportunities. It calms your nervous system. And you will attract more than that. But let's look at the 3 of Cups with the message behind this energy, all right? It's different than what you see with the 5 of Cups. All right, let me go ahead to your energy. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to use this. Let's go ahead. What is coming towards you in love? What are you doing to call in love? That's the whole thing. That's what I want to talk about. When you see the 3 of Cups, it represents emotional harmony, celebrations. This is about reciprocity. This is about being seen and welcome, all right? They say what we envision. Well, there's a vision here, right? The vision quest. So I guess what is being built with the 3 of Pentacles, it doesn't show up there, but it gives me this. All right, this is changing something, doing something that is not so traditional, right? So your connection should be, when you get the 3 of Cups, that grows through participation, not fantasy. Joy that comes from after you cooperate with somebody, not before. Attraction that feels friendly, warm, and sustainable, all right? This is not an obsession kind of love here. This is compassionable love. Often shows friends becoming lovers, all right? Lovers, finding community, a relationship integrating into real life. Let's go ahead. Lusalo, all right? When you see the 3s, they represent, with this here, when you see these 2 here, right? Creation through interaction, all right? And I like it because what I don't see here is the Swords, all right? Which means no overthinking, no pain, clarity, no mental distortion. This is felt, done, and is celebrated here, especially when it comes to marriage, all right? One more for you, Fasuli. One more. No one is overgiven. Nobody is proving nothing. All right. This is where the effort is recognized. The direction is shared. The connection feels light instead of charge. All right. You got to really understand this 3 of Cups as well. You got the Knight of Pentacles. You got the Hermit, and you got the Sun. So at the bottom, you got 3. Wow, you got 3 major arcanas. So right now so basically you gotta make a decision. So you go from the 9 to the 19th. You got the King of Pentacles. One is something stable, something serious. You want to be somebody gives you clarity. You want to be clear on what it is that you want. But then you go back to the 2. All right. So dealing with with the things that you're not really, there's something that you want certainty on something. But one thing about love, commitment, relationships, right? There's no certainty when it comes to that. All right? You could just be, you could just choose, and then let the sun, carry you. Carry the momentum with you. But when you get to the Hermit card, it's all about moving at a different pace. All right? Hey, Devo's fiance. All right? So what's coming towards you in love? With this energy, you could, because if you want this, it's showing me what you want. All right? So you want somebody that's committed, long-term commitment and great, somebody that's clear with you, somebody that chooses, reality, very grounded, very respectful. But with this energy here, like I don't know if you're trying to move faster than the other person. You could be with a person that's like that. All right? You got to really understand the energy here. All right? So when justice here comes out here, even for anybody, when the justice comes out, you no longer need to test. The truth is already visible. It's telling you, all right? And so where you are right now here, for anybody, it is trying to choose here. Do I trust in the universal laws? Do I understand the law of cause and effect? Do you understand that this is what you're bringing into your now, all right? Especially when you see when the justice shows up, it's basically a cosmic recalibration, all right? Because you may be realizing your role and what happened here. Justice doesn't punish. Justice is all about balancing. The universe is correcting something, all right? And so, because listen, one thing about justice is not going to allow one-sided love, okay? So if fairness is restored, if accountability is taken, if emotions are balanced, all right? Where is it? All right? Then stability can follow on equal. And it will be equal here, okay? You got to really... I'm going to try to help you as best as I can here, okay? When you get the justice card. And to look at more of the esoteric and the power of 3. All right? Creation through interaction. All right? We only have 1 3 here. There's a lot of emotions here. All right, that's to be felt, to be done, to be celebrated. All right, I like that because you don't have no 3 of Swords there, so there's no overthinking, there's no pain, clarity here with this, no mental distortion. I'm felt, I'm done, and I'm celebrated. All right, getting through having those breakthroughs. All right, love is alive. Love is a river. To understand love, because love can be fully tamed. It is both a force and a mystery. All right. You have a question, Devos? So I don't even want to get into the whole thing. Love exposes the hidden truths, our fears, our attachments, and our patterns. The heartlands, of course, it learns to dance with uncertainty. And in that dance, the deepest growth, it happens. All right. It mirrors who we truly are. All right. If we were to tame love, the growth and the self-awareness it offers us, it will vanish. Love transcends the ego. It wants to possess. The ego wants to possess, control, and define love. True love, however, flows naturally. It respects freedom, honors individuality. You got to understand that. All right? So, all right? Love is a choice and a mystery at the end of the day. That's why you get the lovers and it asks you to choose. All right? But when we're trying to get purpose from love, all right, or get love from purpose, that creates distortion. We use relationships to avoid, all right? We work so much here, all right? We use our ambition to avoid intimacy. We use the relationships to avoid destiny, all right? Anyway, can I create my heaven on earth is the bottom line. No, mama. Hey, son. No, I just wanted to listen. Okay. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're okay. I hope all is well. All right. So we look at the 3s when it comes to the connection. But a lot of times when the justice shows up, that is Venus energy. You only know Venus through the to the Empress. All right. And to really understand this energy, all right, and being thankful for the justice. Because what she's telling you, if there's, like, I will pray, divine judge of all hearts, if there's this deception, right? Expose it. If there's misunderstanding, clarify it, and let what's hidden come into the light. All right? Let the truth stand without distortion. Protect me from illusion and self-deception. Align any situation with fairness and integrity. All right? Amen, amen, amen. So we go through that, right? So you could have a good, fair outcome. God of balance. I see, you see what I cannot see. Where I've been wrong, bring restoration. Where I've been wrong, bring me more correction. Let justice flow without bitterness. Let fairness come without cruelty. I release vengeance. I only ask for what's right. All right? You got to know how to take accountability here. A lot of us, we want to rush through it. No, 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 no. You got to understand justice. Really, when you understand justice and how connection to, because Venus gives you the values of the heart, and then justice weighs them fairly. Is this fair? Is this just? If this keeps going the way it is, all right? So when you connect Venus with justice, it creates a spiritual theme. Balance, love guided by truth and fairness, integrity. Venus represents love and attraction, beauty and values. Justice represents truth, accountability, and moral balance. All right. She's all. This energy is all associated with balance and fairness. All right. Venus reflects the qualities of love symbolized by Venus. All right. Together with accountability, attraction guided by values, honest relationships. But you're gonna have to be able to call that energy in. Yeah. All right. And enter the space with gratitude for the sacred feminine within me, around me, for the creative force that births beauty from the unseen, all right? For the nurturing intelligence of the earth that sustains whole life. We got to go really heavy. When we start doing what we have to do, all right? Let the truth of my heart love with honesty, all right? Help me give affection without losing my integrity. Let my relationships be fair, respectful, balanced. Remove illusions that cloud my judgment. Guide me towards a connection that honors both love and truth. May my heart remain kind, but also wise. All right? When those energies are combined, they teach love must include respect, fairness, attraction, should align with values. Beauty is the strongest when it's rooted in truth. Healthy relationships require balance. All right? So I ask you, is this love aligned with my principles? All right? I welcome a love that's honest, balanced, and respectful. It's not until later on. It's not until we don't do this until later on. All right, we move through life so fast. You know, love is a teacher. It reflects the truth back to us. It shows us our wounds, like I said, our shadows, and reveal our deepest values. They teach us patience, forgiveness, and courage. All right. So just to learn a little bit as you go through your life, and it's important. You know, one thing about the high priestess, right? And intuition into action, you know, like if I had the magician here, he knows, you know, well, she knows, he does. She awaits for time and he initiates the movement. All right. We really got to understand the law of attraction. I think you guys only know the law of attraction. All right. And understand the law of perpetual here is very important. Understand a little bit more of the laws, but hey, if you only understand the ripples, wave sound, every intention requires sound activation. All right, but it's in the mind. So the secret that your actions are your what? Your powerful thoughts here. So if you're not treating yourself with love and respect, self-respect, basically self-respect, understanding that you are enough, okay, that you have confidence, that you believe in yourself. All right. So if you don't treat yourself with that, you're emitting a signal that's saying that you're not important, you're not enough, you're not deserving enough. And that signal will continue to be broadcast, and you will experience more situations of people treating you not as much as you would like to. All right? No breakfast for dinner is not weird. LOL, I love eggs anytime. Oh, you're an egg lover. You're an egg lover, all right? Having confidence. So anyway, treat yourself with respect, with love and respect, and that means that's having confidence in your own worth. That's it. That's having confidence in your own worth. People don't really understand. Oh, you don't got no self-respect. Oh, I don't have confidence in my own self-worth. I don't really understand in my abilities. You got to admit that signal and get on that frequency. Then the law of attraction will move the universe into the frequency, and your life is going to be full with so much beautiful, beautiful opportunities. You're going to start seeing the opportunities. You're going to start, so you have to. You created your life from within, and everything that you experience on the outside is of your own creation. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you to understand. I am ready to move forward into that. I've been holding that back for a year to see how aware you guys are, but you have to understand that this is the way I'm moving forward. Hey, Holly Moore, I would love to know what my future holds, career and money wise. That is up to you. That is up to you. You're creating your life from within. Everything you experience is on the outside. All right, is of your own creation. Of your own creation. All right. You may have created some things unconsciously. When that devil shows up, it's telling you that. You're creating things unconsciously, all right? Learn to work on your shadows, your anger, your doubt, your jealousy, your upset. What triggers me? How do I work through it? All right? When you can take responsibility for all that's around you, not blaming, you got to show your nervous system an cause and effect. It's just that simple. And if you are ready, I'm ready. I'm ready whether you're ready or not. I'm moving forward with that energy. It is time to set that, of course, energy. We got to send it off. We got to create ripples. We got to do it now. We're heading on the 14th as Mercury, the planet of communication. All right, it's the planet closest to the sun. Actually, you can't even see Mercury. That's how fast he moves. All right, he's gonna carry that energy for you. Where it's being activated in the first house, so you got to get ready for this. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and go through all this nonsense. No, I'm gonna explain to you some things here so you can become aware. I'm not gonna give you the hocus pocus. All right, and to really understand Jupiter. All right, you got to really understand Jupiter because Jupiter is going to match. He's going to touch. Wow, it's already 5 o'clock. Jupiter's going to touch basically, including your bad habits or your reckless spending. All right, he's going to match that energy. You got to understand. Would love to know. All right, I'm going to give you one card because everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets the same thing, whether you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Understanding the law of attraction and understanding what that means to you and your personal growth. All right. And basically, the spirit of gratitude is one of the most important things that you will ever do for your life. And what does it mean? I'm going to end it with that. I got to leave in 10 minutes. Let's go ahead, Holly. Let's set that frequency. No more BS. No more little nonsense. No, I don't do that too well. One more. You got to be intentional, precise, thoughtful. And align your heart, your desires. All right, things are not moving because you're the block. Don't blame nobody else. Oh wow, I didn't know. Now that you know, wow. All right, I'm gonna start moving different. All right, believe slowly. How to mind fuel so you can get engulfed and inflamed with the spirit. All right, with the heart. It's in the flames of the heart. When you look at fire as divine love, it purifies, it illuminates. All right, one more. One more. Oh, you got the tower. You got the Fool. All right. Thank you. One more. It's like you're trying to. Everybody gets either 7. You're on the 7. The Justice. It's gonna keep coming out. You gotta wait. The Tower again, and of course, alignment is needed. The star says, of course, there's hope. Hope. We all go through this. What's spanning for thousands of years between all of us is hope. You know that light that's inside of you, right? There's a light that, of course, they know there's possibilities, and they are. But it's up to you. If you've done everything already, if you prepare well, if you already put your effort, if you already planted your seeds, all right, you have to wait for this cosmic recalibration, the intelligence of the universe, understanding that whether it's money, you're trying to make something real, but once you get to the Justice cards, you have to wait because things are being set right for you, all right? And if you accelerate, if you try to rush this process here, it's going to collapse. Remember that Venus collapses when you don't understand your self-worth. So because you stop over functioning, all right? That means that you stop something here. You know why you stop. And so just to say, ho, we're going to cool things for now. Yeah, you stop. You was doing a lot. You was doing something. And you said, wait a minute, this don't make sense. Wait. All right, I want you to share that with me. All right. So understanding our foundations, what we build, right? But a lot of times we have to understand that, when we build on the false foundations, you knew something here. All right. The Tower is a card of liberate. Something's gonna just liberate you. So what do you stop doing? Because I want to know a little bit more. All right. you know. you know. Every time I see that, I'm like, what? All right. So listen, I wish I didn't have to go, but I have to go get ready for work. So moving forward, we're gonna move into the manifesting power, being in the spirit of gratitude, what that actually is, how it's gonna stabilize you. You think I just, you know what? I go little by little here to see people really understand how to mind fuel and how to practice gratitude through divine order, through divine love, and your heart's gonna start being full. All right, so you gotta really understand how to stabilize your energy, and this is huge and big. And most people, they feel good for a moment and then they drop back into doubt. All right, remember how that gratitude acts as an anchor. It keeps you emotional consistent. All right, that's one of the true powers to manifest them faster. If you're not ready for it, then you just live in the way. It's okay. All right, how to stay grounded while you're doing this. All right, others stop me, and I gotta follow my heart. Exactly. Wow, see that? Wow. Yeah. All right. I mean, and it's going to tell you right there. All right. It shifts you from lack to receiving when you focus on what's missing. Remember that when you focus on what's missing, your mind searches for more lack and your body starts feeling tension. But when you feel gratitude, you signal, I already have it. The way you putting yourself on hold, ain't nobody doing this. All right. I'm going to show you how to release this energy and you can move forward in that spirit of gratitude. Okay. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let your system relax into receiving. No more chasing. You got to start allowing. If that's going to rewire your perception, your brain is going to filter reality based on what you focus. Gratitude trains you to see the opportunities, to support, and the synchronicities. Same word, different. Hey, protein bar power and yogurt. All right, so I'll be back. I have to go to this different awareness here. And this energy this morning was all about the magician using your words. They are not just words. All right, using one channel one at a time. That's why the magician, the things are set on the table. He only got one. He only needs one, and that's his willpower. All right, the rest follows. All right, but being in gratitude. All right, three things here. It shifts your perfection. You start seeing opportunities. It's going to calm your nervous system, and it's going to attract more of the same state. All right, I choose to see what is already working. Repeat, feel it, and anchor it in your body. Gratitude anchor turns manifestations from random to intentional. Okay, it is how you hold the frequency in your heaven and earth kind of energy. So I'm going to move forward with that energy. All right, I choose and it becomes. All right, confidence and power. I have everything I need. I create with clarity, power, and precision. I trust myself completely. You have to trust yourself completely. All right, when you're dealing with the sacred unseen, I'm thankful for what is here. I see the blessings in this moment. More is coming and I am ready. Consistency, that is your real power. All right? Thank you for what is already working. It's simple, but it retrains you to what? Your perception. To enter with your perception. And I'm going to leave you with one short anchor phrase. All right? And it's very... it's a strong impact. It might be small. To you, it might seem small, like you're not doing anything, right? I am saving this moment. Everything is working for me. I am held and supported. All right? I receive what is already mine, and I allow life to flow to me. Big love here, Holly from Australia. From here, well, from New Jersey. All right? I'm going to help you, hopefully, all right, how to deal with the cosmic energy, whether you deal with sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, that is in the 4th house. All right. As you anchor, excuse me, because I have a little heavy accent. All right. You're going to have to learn how to use gratitude, because that's going to instantly shift your state. All right. It's not just to say them, it's to feel them. Okay. You got to feel them from within and understand that is your emotion. That is just going to be your emotional switch here. Because your mind is going to start to wander, and it's going to go. Remember that your mind is a tool. It is not your master. Your mind is your employee. And of course, I really wanted to talk about the magician's energy, but this is what we got today. And it's going to teach you to eliminate scatter thinking. You're going to think with precision. Your heart must agree with your vision. If you decide peace, but you feel chaos, you create resistance. Okay, you got to understand that. So what happens when you switch your emotions? They must match your intentions. This is heart and mind coherence. All right, when you're working with both, not just one. All right. So thank you for what is already here. I'm already supported. Say it until you feel it, not just to think it. All right. Physically anchoring your energy, your body. Remember that we're living on. Basically, when we understand that you're living on frequencies, and when you think of something, you just what you've done, you flip your brain to a higher frequency. And the very fact that you could see, because this is what you're seeing right now. All right. When you start seeing these things, you'll be like, wow, that's going to be all the evidence that you need. When you raise your level of consciousness, that's when you raise your vibration. Okay, I wish I could stay a little longer because I love this. All right, but I came in a little late. All right. Remember that when you raise your level of consciousness to that frequency, and then that will attract whatever's on that frequency, all the good, right, and all the bad, anything. You got to understand that. And the idea that it is held in the mind, not just your mind, but your heart. All right. So anything that's fear, anything, all right, could be bad or good. All right. It's going to start clothing itself into the most conveniences. I got to go. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, everyone that came in. Rachel from Francis. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? I'll be back a little early. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.